Welcome back, boys and girls, and this is the NAO show off-season. So we're going to talk about something that happened in the chat this past week. Some guys threw out some hot takes, and
Well, we
gonna
fooled
get
you.
our-
We played you all.
played ya. You
You
right
don't
into the
want
hand.
to. You don't want to participate in our content making. Too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I give them homework and they all say the dog ate it, but you ask for a few hot takes and they're all over it.
So we're going to go over those in today's show and say if they're good hot takes. Some of them are good. Some of them are just straight trash. Kind of like
Yeah.
Dilly's lineup. So, that's Marky Mark. That's TikTok Mike. And this is the NAO show. We are all freaking hosts of the NAO show. All right. Go ahead.
A trio.
Where
if
are
you
we
will.
going to start first, Marky Mark?
Yeah, we're gonna call this hot take or shit take. I'm gonna give you the take, and we're gonna say if it's hot or shit. So, or hot shit. How about that? It could be a hot shit take.
Hot dog shit. It's making its return to 2023 season.
Hot dog shit.
Hot dog shit.
Oh, good recall, man. I love it. I love it.
Actually, with a little tease, we could call the next episode we have planned hot dog shit if we really wanted.
Hey!
I like it.
Be
I
on the
like it.
lookout for the next episode.
I like the cut of your jib. All right, man. Let's do this thing. So let's go with the first hot take. We're gonna honor one of our co-hosts. There are three. We're gonna honor one of them. Tank Top Mike. He said that CeeDee Lamb would be a top 3 wide receiver in 2023. Let's talk it out. What do you think, Sean?
All right, so great hot take to get the fucking masses riled up.
You gotta get the
This
juices
started-
flowing a little bit.
You knew who you were talking to. Hit them in the head, like I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna get everybody going. I love this hot take. I think it's definitely something because he was wide receiver 5 in PPR last year. Who was ahead of him? It was definitely. Oh, that'd be a good idea. Who was in head of CeeDee Lamb in 22, and who was injured? I think you got to remember that. Who was injured that could possibly take one of those top 3 spots? I think Kupp is definitely one of those guys that could potentially take one of those top 3 spots.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a hot take.
Yeah, Kupp was
gotta
on pace for like another crazy season before
Yeah.
John
Billion
fucking
yards.
Wolford.
Fucking Wolford. Let me see if I can pull up last year.
Well, while you're doing that, Mike, why don't you tell us what do you think, man? What are you doing it? Why are you saying this?
So, well, I mean, like Sean said, he finished 5, so it's not doesn't seem like too terribly hot of a take that he moves up 2 spots to get into the top 3. But you got Brandon Cooks coming in, got a lot of off-season changes, but I think Brandon Cooks coming in helps him. You got a healthy Gallup too, good wide receiver core. I think he takes the step.
Let me play devil's advocate as a Cowboys. I got my finger on the pulse of what the Cowboys are doing. So Kellen Moore's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Mike McCarthy says he's going to call plays. Maybe he wants to run.
Right?
He wants to run the ball more. So he brings in a Schottenheimer. Can't remember I think it's Brian Schottenheimer maybe to achieve that goal of running the ball more. So do you think there's going to be enough volume for him to be wide receiver 3?
Yeah, that it is a volume play, for sure. I mean, we got we all agreed that we have the new Darren Sproles, so that's going to take away some plays.
Yeah.
So the wide receivers that were in front of Lamb last year, starting from the top, as y'all know, we already know who number 1 is.
There's an asterisk because
We'll go-
Cooper Cup was hurt.
All right. We'll go to number 2. Tyreek
Number
Hill,
2.
Devontae Adams.
Tyreek Hill
Mhm.
was number 2.
Sorry, I was talking.
Devontae Adams was number 3.
Ooh, not half.
Stephon Diggs is number 4. A.J. Brown was number 5. Lamb is 6.
Okay. Right.
People that
Well-
were right behind him, because I think that if he can make a step, everybody else can make a step. The 3 wide receivers that were behind him, Jalen Waddle, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Devontae Smith.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think any of those guys are a threat.
No, I agree. Maybe Waddle, but Amon-Ra and Smith definitely, they're kind of at their cap right there, I think.
Yeah.
But I think it's a hot take, Mike. I think he's just too good. He's just too good. He's a top receiver in this league, and he's going to keep on ascending up that order.
So you got to
So-
do fantasy in tiers, obviously. I don't quite think he makes it to the Lamb Jefferson tier, but I think he'll top out tier 2, I think, by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. If who do we think is in the number 1 tier? Number 1 tier.
I think it's just those two
Who is
guys.
the tier 1 of the wide receivers this year?
Jefferson Chase, you think it's tier 1?
I guess if you're going, are we like everything dynasty related? I'd put those two guys, yeah,
Yeah.
by themselves.
Jefferson States. By themselves, they're tier 1.
I would think so, yeah.
I'm not trying to be an asshole because I have both of them on my teams. I'm just trying to does Cup get into there?
I think then you start bringing in dynasty age and stuff. So
Yeah.
you gotta-
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you had to start putting Cup in tier 2 because of the age, coming out the injury, some uncertainty. Stafford might be injured still. Who knows what kind of shape he's in right now.
So as we have it right now, we have Jefferson Chase tier 1. Tier 2, we said
We're
that,
supposed to burn through these to get to the good shit, and here we are.
that's a good one. All right, so we have Jefferson and Chase tier 1, as I said before. Then we had said that Lamb would be the top dog in tier 2, and we just said that Cup was in tier 2. So we are saying that Lamb is going to put out more points this year than Cup.
No,
All right.
I think
So,
Cup has a
dynasty
realistic shot of reclaiming. He was on pace for the same season, and they didn't bring anybody in. And Matthew Stafford is just going to do that again.
That's very.
wow. So
So I think
So-
the top
so-
tier is going to be Cup, Jefferson.
So I'm saying the
Hey.
tiers would be different than where they finish, or they can be still. Because I think
yeah,
Cooper
I'm
Kupp,
saying if,
yeah.
by what you're saying, if Lamb's going to be number 3, then he's got to beat out one of Jefferson, Chase, or Cup. And you're saying Cup, you don't
Great
think
point.
so? Yeah.
I think
So
Jefferson
which one
sticks
of
in
the
the top
3
three.
is he going to be?
Hold on.
I think Jefferson sticks in the top 3. I don't think anything's
Okay.
changing there. And I think the Bengals become a little bit more balanced in terms of distribution. I mean, they kept Higgins, they kept Boyd. They stayed
They're
balanced.
both-
But that doesn't mean I don't think Chase is not in the top tier of overall receivers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah, we
Great
did go
take.
a little. Did go. Yeah, great take, man. We did go a little deeper on that than we intended, but but we did it. Hey, you still got your list up out
That's
there?
what she said, but
Still got
on
your
to the
list.
next one.
Do you still have your list up there? Because we're going to go to my hot take, which was Ayuk becomes a wide receiver 1. That is 12 or better. And I know he was 15 last year, so I'm saying he's gonna make a jump 3 spots and be at least number 12. What do we think?
All right, so going back to the list of wide receivers, he would have to beat IU. Would have to beat McLaurin. Definitely will beat him. Tyler Lockett. I think he'll definitely beat him. Jamar Chase was number 12. We think he's going to be higher. So I think he will definitely have that opportunity to move up even higher than that.
Who was number
Kirk
11 then?
was number 11.
Ah, okay.
I think
Okay.
he takes a step back. I think he's an actual wide receiver.
Who was 11? Sorry.
Kirk.
Kirk.
Christian Kirk.
Yeah. Ridley.
He'll take a step back because he just won't get the volume anymore. The ball will be spread out a little bit. And then Amari Cooper was number 10.
Interesting.
So Amari Cooper is still that kind of guy. They did bring in some help for the wide receiver, but we'll see what happens there.
I'll give you a live hot take. Elijah Moore is going to take a whole lot away from Amari Cooper.
Yeah. I looked up. I was thinking, camp news and everything, and I was like, "Who's got Elijah Moore?" And I was like, "Well, shit, I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna sneak him out from anybody."
I'm dying on that hill. I even went and traded for him in 2 leagues this year, man. I'm dying on that hill.
You think Elijah Moore is going to do more than Amari Cooper?
Yeah, pun intended. Yeah, he's going to do more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think he's going to be. I think he's going to get a chance to show what he's made of. I think whatever happened with the Jets and all that bullshit, I think he's gonna finally show what why he was drafted high in the first place. So
and all that to be just to be said that Amari Cooper is going to take a step back from wide receiver 10 overall.
Right. So yeah, so getting back to
you got a lot of potential to go up.
Yeah. So he's got to beat out Debo. Who's got Debo in this league?
Who the fuck cares? Fuck Debo.
Yeah, no.
Debo.
I think yeah. Well, hey, Debo was quoted. He said, "Hey, I know last year I wasn't up to my normal, but this coming season I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it, man." So that made Ian very happy. Isn't he the one that has Debo in this league?
Yeah.
So Poo Crew was having the warm fuzzies over that quote. But I'm saying no. Last year I said Ayuk would finish better than Debo, which he did. Now I'm saying he's going to go right up into the wide receiver 1. So sorry, Ian, but so I think it's a hot take. But I mean, I'm biased. What do you guys think?
I like this one. I think
there's solid thought process behind this hot take. As you can tell, there's guys ahead of him from last year, not taking into consideration that who have you. If everything were to stay the same, which it don't kill me on that one. Guys ahead of him, I think he has more talent than guys ahead of him. I think it's good.
I like that one, yeah. I think some of it might depend on who their quarterback is start the season, but it looks like it could be Purdy. But
it does make a difference.
Speaking of the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, segue.
Good segue, man. Damn, Sean, you're a good host of the NAO show. I got to tell you, man.
Affair.
I'm going to let you say this one then. What is the hot take?
So, the hot take on the 49ers quarterback comes from our man, Evan. He says Brock Purdy is going to be a QB1 this season. Let me tell you why you're an idiot. All right, so no, but for real, I don't think Brock Purdy is going to be a QB1. I don't even think he starts long. Let's be honest. Do we really think he's going to start every game this year? You know that's going to be what it takes to get a QB1.
He's on track for it, I think.
On track? Shoot, if that was freaking the thing, let's just hand the fucking trophy to Evan then, because obviously Evan and Brandon, they're on track to win again, right? Who the fuck cares?
Well,
that was a little hostile. I'm sorry.
I didn't do anything. I'm just saying he's on track to start, so he could start every game. And I think if he starts every game, I'd put him at the end, but I could see that happening.
Well,
What do you think, Mark?
he's just starting to throw. A little bit late to be just starting to throw, and there was news that he was just starting to throw. They said he was somewhere throwing to someone and blah blah blah. I haven't heard shit since, so I'm wondering how that first throwing session went. Maybe I'm sure Evan is up on it. Maybe he can enlighten us. But I don't know. I mean, he's a great story from last season, a Mr. Irrelevant, going into the playoffs like that. But I don't know. I just feel like it's a short sample. To me, it seemed like the defenses were starting to catch up with them a little bit. Not taking anything away from, it was Philly. I think it was it Philly game he got hurt and didn't get him to the championship or didn't get him to the Super Bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
But and Philly's got a great defense. So, but yeah, it just seemed like to me it seemed like he was starting to slow down just a little bit. Seemed like the defenses were catching up with him. So I'm pretty skeptical on that one. And Lance was picked third. We know that Shanahan doesn't give a shit about who was picked where. At least running backs. I mean, we'll see how that goes with quarterbacks. But I just feel like Lance is going to get his chance, and I don't know. Purdy's. I wouldn't bet on it. Sure, wouldn't bet on it. I think it's a shit take. Sorry, guys.
Hot take on the air. Brock Purdy is the James Robinson last year.
Oh, that
I
is
like
a
that
hot
one,
take.
actually. That's pretty good.
That's a good analogy too, man.
Looking at how everything panned out last year, and like obviously Patrick Mahomes number one. Everyone knew that. Allen 2, Hurts 3, Burrow 4, Geno Smith, he was 5. He was the guy that overachieved. I think we can all say that like 1 through 4 is pretty much exactly what we thought, right?
Right.
And they can
Right.
definitely do it again. Fields was 6. Some might say that he overachieved too with his legs, what have you. We'll see if he does it again. T-Law was 7, which I think he'll actually ascend
I do too.
over Fields and Geno. I don't
Good
think
call.
Geno will go any higher. Shocker, Daniel Jones was number 9. Why? Quarterback 1. Then we got Golf at 10. Yeah, Golf. Golf. Am I not saying his fucking name right? Fuck y'all.
You are not saying his fucking name right, but we love it. Keep it up.
All right. Then Herbert is at 11, and then Tom Brady, who is not throwing the ball currently in the NFL, was number 12. So he would have to beat some pretty big names. I don't see it happening because like we also drafted a bunch of really good quarterbacks that are going to be starters automatically. They have just as much potential as he does.
I think I am cautiously optimistic, but I'm going to put him in the top 12. I think the sample size is just big enough for me to be okay with it. It was 6 games. 6 games is just big enough, although I really like the James Robinson comparison. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a good one.
Interesting. They had James Robinson at a time too, and we're
49ers.
bragging about him.
Yeah.
No, Evan
DBs,
Evan and Brandon, DBs.
Oh,
DBs had him on their squad, and we're bragging about having him too. But hey, didn't Dylan draft him or pick him up on waivers? I think Dylan had him originally.
Whoa!
That's a pretty good player for his team. I don't think he's had anybody that's that good.
Maybe not. We'll have to research that. But
We'll get our people on it.
yeah, he was on the DB squad. They traded him away. Maybe he's just trying to generate a little interest in Purdy so he can trade him away. So
I wouldn't put it past him.
It could be a hot take with ulterior motives, we'll say.
Well, we all fucking know Humpty doesn't need a damn quarterback. He only has 7 in a 1 QB league. Obviously, it wasn't towards him.
Hey, his chances of hitting on one of those is really good.
I'm glad.
Well, you brought up Humpty, so we'll give his hot take. He sort of had an NFL hot take. Dr. Donkey said that because of the new training, Sean, I said it in chat the other day. I don't think you gave me a laugh emoji. I'm
I
glad to
didn't
see you.
see it. Oh
I'm
my
glad to.
god.
I'm glad to see you
New
laughing
name,
now.
Dr. Donkey from here on out. It is decided.
Dr. Donkey said with the new training protocols, we're going to have more soft tissue uh, injuries. And I think he said, what, Mike, the first 3 weeks or something, we're going to see more than ever
Yeah.
at records. And I think he's probably got those numbers somewhere, right?
Hmm.
What do we think about that one?
Oh man, all right. You go first, Tank Top. I'm getting over the
I
Dr.
mean, I
Donkey
don't know.
comment.
Can you consider it a hot take? I guess. I don't. I mean, is that?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. It's a dart throw on injuries.
Even if we were going to like look into this take and see if it was hot, like soft, like how many soft tissue freaking injuries does it happen normally, and how much more would have to happen for it to be a hot take? Like soft tissue injuries literally happen all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I
know.
don't know.
I'm not a doctor like Dr. Donkey,
Dr.
but
Donkey. Maybe Dr. Donkey has the numbers. I did. I
I wouldn't
didn't.
want to be the ass that said that.
I didn't. I didn't word it the way Tank Top Mike did when he ran down the. He just said that Ricky has a soft tissue.
Well.
So that might be the hot take. Ricky's got a little soft tissue, and maybe he needs
Landon will have to inform us if that is true or not.
maybe he needs to come to the nursing home and get some of that Jello with the blue sprinkles with me. So
Yeah.
little soft tissue going on there, poor guy. Yeah, I don't know. That was a weird one for a hot take. I mean, we're talking about players, and he comes out with the medical shit. Doctor Doctor Donkey.
Oh,
I'm glad you're getting a kick out of that, man.
my day has been made.
Well, let's talk about his dipshit cousin.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
So his dipshit cousin says that Quentin Johnson will be better than we think, whatever
All
that
right.
means.
So what's
So
the
we're
consensus
looking for
on
hot
where
takes, huh?
where do we think QJ is gonna land? Like
I know
where?
we're looking for hot takes, and it's like he's going to be better than we think, and they won't trade him. He said they won't trade him. So let's talk about Quentin Johnson being better than we think.
Uh, well, you don't know. You don't know how I think he will do, so you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
make that.
yeah,
I literally drafted him. What 7th overall? So I have some pretty good feelings about him. Not
yeah.
this year, but next year. He's tied to a fantastic quarterback, and if he's healthy, their offensive line keeps him healthy. QJ will definitely prosper from all that. Right now, he won't do very well this year because he has 2 very good wide receivers ahead of him, and unless he gets in there or there's an injury, what have you. To say that it's going to be better than what we think, like, where's the general consensus on where we think QJ is going to land?
So you drafted him 7th. Was that this league
That
or
was
I
a
think
QB league.
that was a 2 QB league? You got him at number 7. Okay, okay.
Well, he
Mike,
went
what do you
number
think?
4 in this league, and if I remember right, we said that was way too high. So.
Yeah,
That is high.
Yep.
yeah,
I
we
don't know
did.
how good I think he's going to be, but I think I don't think he's going to do very well, and I'm not going to try to trade for him even if he does. So I wasn't planning on it either way.
So, will he lead the rookie in fantasy points? Rookie wide receivers.
No.
No, so that is
Will
that
he
is a
be in the
good
top 3?
that's a good question. So I think I'd put Addison over him. I think Addison has a chance to come right in and start dealing.
I agree with that.
Um, Now Jackson Smith the Jigba is a little bit tricky because of Lockett and Metcalf there. He's more of a next year play, but he's so good that all it's going to take is one injury for him to maybe be in that conversation.
If there is an injury and he gets on the field and he does, he never comes back off the field. Like, he takes a position and everybody else is trying to play for third.
Yeah, that dude was dealing with Olave and Wilson, who are pretty much consensus second year breakout guys. Talking about who's going to be in the top 12. Those guys are definitely going to be pushing for it. And he was doing well with those two guys. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm not sure I'd put him top 3. Actually,
Yeah,
I think I'd
it's
put
tough.
him. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just top 3 in rookies, let alone everybody else in the league.
Yeah. Rookies top 3. That's a good one. That's a good
how
spot to.
about how about Zay Flowers? We think Zay Flowers will beat out Quentin Johnson. I
Next.
I saw videos of him practicing with Lamar Jackson.
Oh
So.
my gosh.
They had their shirts off, just wearing some short shorts. So
Why wait, what senses were you
no kink shaming. Come on, man.
I was just asking a follow-up question. This is a show.
I'm
Our
just
viewers would like to know.
I'm throwing names out though. So hey, I mean, we're having trouble coming up with people that might finish ahead of Quentin Johnson. So I'd hate to have to call this a hot take. So help me out here, guys.
I'm gonna put Jalen Hyatt finishes ahead of him right here. That's what I'm saying.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a hot take within a hot take right there, man.
What'd you say, Mike?
Jalen Hyatt. I think he starts slow. I don't think he sees the field immediately. But who's in front of him? Darius Slayton.
Yeah.
Who's he got? Darren Waller's probably his highest target competition at this point.
Yeah.
I think
Interesting.
he starts slow. I think they're both going to finish at give him 550 total yards, around there maybe. But
That's a hot take. That is a solid hot take, Tank Top. That's got the old noggin freaking running. Let's go.
So we're gonna call that.
I guess we like Paris Campbell on this, so I can't say anything about Paris Campbell. But
Yeah. Old Paris Campbell.
oh no, Sterling Shepard is on the field.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they got Crowder there too, right?
Yeah.
They got Jamison Crowder. It's like they brought in. It's like a reunion of like the old timey slot receivers, man.
You be nice to Sterling Shepard, all right?
They brought them all in, man, and gonna see who gonna be like a survivor with all these guys. Whichever one's the last one standing, that'll be their slot receiver this year.
Better than Naked and Afraid, I guess.
They still got Wandale there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what we're gonna do here then is we're gonna say that Mike has the real hot take and Landon's is a shit take.
Yeah, Landon can't even give a hot take right.
No, he can't, man. I mean,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that he can't do something right. There's a reason why Humpty, the person that drafted 6 fucking quarterbacks, I'm exaggerating, is in front of him and making decisions.
if you remember in chat, I said we're talking hot takes, not whiny ass takes, because he was like, I mean, I could just picture him crying, He's gonna be better than you guys think.
Wait, sorry. I said Humpty. It's Dr. Donkey.
Dr. Donkey. Yeah. We've had a lot of fun names for him. This is a good one for now.
Yeah, that's a real good one. I like that one a lot.
All right. We've got a couple more NFL takes, and then we'll get to some league specific takes.
The
Which is
juicy one.
it's gonna be real fun. But let's get these out of the way. Let's humor these guys. We got Ian Pooh Crew saying that the Lions win the NFC North and get into the NFC Championship. What do we think about that?
I couldn't give a fuck. So, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, I think. Well, I guess you could say a hot take that they make it to the championship game. I don't know how hot the NFC North win is at this point, but
So they got Chicago, they got Green Bay with a new quarterback, they got Minnesota. So that's their competition. He's saying they're going to win the NFC North. I guess. What do you think? Minnesota is probably the biggest competition they have, right?
yeah, I think Minnesota's probably the favorite to win it. I haven't looked, I guess, but they're probably opening the season as the favorite. But I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if
Yeah,
the Lions take that one.
yeah. I mean, we're
Alexander Madison is just Cook 2.0, you know, with fresher legs. So he can come in and do exactly what Cook.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we're giving the champion we're giving the conference to Jared Goff. Did you see did you see his home and away splits, you know? Um, so that's one thing that I have a problem with is that we're saying Jared Goff is going to carry these guys to a championship. Um, I mean, and he's talking the overall NFC championship.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can say Chicago, they're still getting things together. Green Bay unknown because they have Jordan Love coming in there now, and we don't really know what he's going to do. Lots of young guys there too. So it's basically between them and Minnesota, but I just feel like Minnesota is the team to beat because I really feel like they improved their defense this year too
Mm-hmm.
with off-season moves in the draft. I think they're not going to be that shit defense that your eyes get big when you see your guys going up against Minnesota. You know, it's going to be different this year.
Who won last year?
I think Minnesota
See,
won
I
no
think
last
one
year.
it
fucking
was
cares.
Minnesota.
Like, no one cares about the North.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, it was.
no one fucking cares.
yeah, yeah.
That was a poop take. All right.
I
I'm
think
not
it
even
was a,
trying to
I think it was a shit
fucking
take.
crew throwing out shit takes over here.
Jameson Williams is suspended. Who else got suspended on the team? Anybody of? I can't remember who else got suspended, so I don't know how much it's going to affect them for 6 games
Jameson
worth.
Williams won't come back until week 6 unless he does something else.
Yeah, I think he was the only important one that I can think of. It was
Yeah,
all Colts players.
they lost DJ Chark. Probably not a real big deal, but they're Amon Ra and who else? I mean, they got Laporta as a rookie. Uh, somebody else there, isn't there? Gosh, can't even think.
David Montgomery, he's gonna be backing up.
They got Montgomery this year. They brought back Marvin Jones. He's what, 37, 38 now?
His body's probably like 45.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not digging that one. I'm thinking that's a shit take for sure.
So
Poop take.
sleeper lists, their wide receiver 3 is Tom Kennedy, and I don't know who that is.
Well, he was on the Democratic ticket for senator in Massachusetts a couple of years ago.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
the
he's
wide receiver
Politics is too hard. He
143.
went to football.
wide receiver 143.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, I think they take that out to
Break
what?
100. That's a
Is,
better take.
is that out of the top 150 or 200? So got to figure out how much we like this guy. Wow. All right, I think we got one more football take. Barely, barely. I'm calling this a shit take right off the rip here. Evan, our buddy Evan from the DB said that Michael Thomas will be healthy all season.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna play the odds and just say that's dumb.
I think he's being a man of faith. He's trying to speak it into existence, as they say.
They
but
call
uh,
me RS. Yeah.
but man, we were talking about this pre-show. it's like 3 years since Michael Thomas played, even, right? I mean, he's played, but he's been injured more than he's been in there, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
How
he
old
did
is
some deadlifts, so
on video? I'm sure.
yeah.
The
Fantastic.
all hype thing.
They were
What
oh no,
Was
go
amazing.
go away.
No,
We're
what do
don't
we
tell
got?
my boyfriend like that.
What do we got there? I saw her lurking. What do we got there?
Can't talk bad about Michael Thomas and Anna. She will cut you.
Oh, close close the door for this section.
She will literally cut you.
Oh, that's right. I forgot she was a Saints fan. Uh, dude, hey, Michael Thomas helped me win a redrive championship. I love him. But 3 years ago, that was 3 years ago, and he's hardly played.
Yeah, we only
I
played
mean,
16 weeks then, or 17.
yeah, that's crazy, man. I think he's done,
Back
man.
in the day,
Back in my day, Michael Thomas played every single week.
Yeah, I mean,
how old are you, Grandpa?
if it wasn't for the contract, he'd probably be gone already. Um, he's probably going to be a player coach this year.
He's
More
getting
coach,
paid really well for player coach.
more coach than player. Yeah, that one was pretty shitty, man. But what do you expect from Evan?
He's 0-2 right now. That's Evan.
He is 0-2, man.
I
He
didn't
is
say it.
he
I
is
didn't say it. I feel it. I didn't say it.
he is 2 for 2 on number 2. Well,
He
let's
does.
go. Huh?
I said Evan does redeem himself. Get down in.
All right. Well, do we want to start off with Evan? We're
Let's go.
talking
Let's
about
give him a
Evan.
little credit.
All right. Well, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. I got 2 more takes from Evan.
Let's do the FNG one.
All right, here we go. So he says that FNG and or Goofy in the playoffs. Mike, you wrote that up. I'm not sure the full context of that. What is that?
I think, yeah, if I remember right, it was one of those two because they're the rebuilders with all the picks. I think was the
Okay.
implication here was one of them makes
Goofy
it in.
Goofy was in last year, right? He was in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, he reminded everybody pretty quick.
Yeah. Because I remember talking about he was limping in big time. He had so many injuries, and we talked about can he get through this before he loses another guy? And I think he ended up. Did he take fourth? I think last year. I should know more since I'm the freaking commissioner of the league, but if I'm not up there, I don't give a flying fart who's in there. Goofy was like, he told me the other day, he's like, yeah, I just told Brandon to hold my money. So I think he did take fourth. So he paid his
Oh yeah.
buy-in. He just owed $10. So he gave me $10 cash and I paid Brandon. So I think he took fourth place is what it was. So but so he was in.
But have you seen his lineup?
Yeah.
I think Goofy is one of those cats that is always on the lurk, kind of like a bomb. Like, how the fuck does A-Bomb make it to the playoffs every year? Like, or even come close to it with the lineup he puts out? But FNG, as a guy that has seen the new schedule and has seen the matchup, FNG is a sneaky pick. Very sneaky.
If I had to put either of them, I'd say F and G right now. But Goofy's got 3 picks in the first round again next year. So if he can offload some age and bring some of those guys in, hit on a few. He had a lot of first round picks this year too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is he's gonna have to go out and buy a player in a league that making trades right now is very difficult. Like, to say this league is competitive is a freaking understatement. Like, very, very competitively.
I got to give him credit because he made it. He's made it 2 out of the 3 years. He's had an old roster, but he has done really well. Finally making some trades, getting some first rounders, kind of reloading. This is his first experience at Dynasty, and he seems to be handling it pretty well. Um, better than me right now. Who made the playoffs in year one, and I've gone downhill ever since. Playoffs are the who cares bowl to the bottom four, and I won the bottom four. I just didn't have my freaking pick. So FNG talking about him going to the playoffs. He's going with my pick 101. getting F. I think you know what. I think Sean's frozen, man. You see him? No, he did it on purpose, you mother trucker. Sat back there like he was frozen, man.
I was listening.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Lost my train of thought now. FNG into the playoffs. So I'm happy that I play him in week one. Maybe it'll be like, Bijan's still getting used to the NFL game, NFL blocking. But man, freaking Atlanta has one of the best lines in the NFL. And my hope is that Bijan just doesn't go off week one and maybe I have a chance. Of course, that's not my luck, right? So.
Speaking of week one, I'm really happy that I have my record in week one is not.
No,
This could be the change.
I generally don't do well week one.
All right, on to the next one, Marky Mark.
All right, we calling that a hot take, I guess. Then, I guess the goofy part. That's what?
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm. It's a lukewarm to me. All right. Who do we go with now? I like this one here. I'm going to go with Dr. Donkey. Says that he says that he wins the title before Sean.
Poop take.
Is that the straight up shit? Tell us why, Sean.
Do I have to? Like,
all right.
Come
okay,
on,
do
no.
this. Read down
All
their
right.
starting lineup. And then read down yours. And then we'll make a decision.
Let's do it. All right. Let's look at their starting lineup. Deshaun Watson, Michael Carter.
Have I told you I don't like Michael Carter?
Yes.
Once or twice.
How do you pronounce the name? Carbonnet?
Yeah, it's about right.
Charbonnet.
Charbonnet.
Did they get Charbonnet?
Yeah.
UJ. Did you know this? His freaking lineup was freaking jacked. Like, Okano Poe? I don't know his fucking name. The tight end for the Titans.
Just say Chig. Everybody knows Chig.
Yeah, that guy. Sky Moore, Osborne, Hyatt.
Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, wide receiver 3.
We had a hot take about him.
Yeah. All right. Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, Cam Akers, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Dalton Schultz, Chris Olave, Devontae Smith, and San Francisco defense. No. There ain't no fucking way. Fucking way. It's not going to happen.
Gonna have to think this one over. What do you think, Mike?
Well, I will defend Ricky slightly in the fact that he's saying just in general, not this year. You clearly have the better roster this year. But really, I don't think either of you win it this year. So who's going to win it next year?
Wow.
Whoa!
You know?
Wow. Okay, so what's the draft capital?
The draft capital is
Well,
my
no,
next
Sean.
point. Because, Sean, your draft capital is straight butt cheeks.
We're on the fucking board during the week.
Your draft capital's butt cheeks, and Ricky's is good. And that's Ricky's argument. That's
Wow.
Who the fuck cares about draft capital?
Well, that's the dynasty part of the dynasty league. That
No,
we're
no, no. Draft capital is the only thing that fucking helps you in the off season and or to add players during the fucking league. I've never seen a first round pick put up 25 points in a game. Can't start a first round pick.
I mean, you
All
have
right.
Justin Jefferson. You drafted in the first round.
Yeah, that's Justin Jefferson, not 25 first
Jamar
round pick.
Chase went in the first round.
Go ahead,
Number
keep
3.
going.
Or number 2. Yeah, number
There's so
2.
many. There's a ton of first round rookie picks that are putting up good points.
No, that's not the point. The pick is not gonna put points up.
You're getting
Just
like
to get-
philosophical, and I'm not. I can't. I mean, I have not done enough LSD for this. I mean, I get what you're saying. A pick doesn't score points, but a pick becomes a player who scores points.
Yes, the player scores points, not the fucking pick.
Yeah, but you need picks to get players, or else your players retire.
I already have them. That's the point, damn it. I fucking already have them.
I'm just saying. That's Ricky's point. I'm sure is he's building the long-term dynasty team with his picks that become players that score points.
For 2030, he will be a hot pick in 2030.
I'm not saying he's doing it well. I'm just saying that's his point.
So if Ricky can lay off the gummy trades, he might be there before Sean.
Let's just look at last year and see how many points I put up compared to how many points he put up.
Oh,
I'm going to
We're
argue
going
for
down.
Ricky on this one. Nobody cares about last year.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, what the fuck?
I'm just saying that's Ricky's point. I'm sure is.
I understand that you're trying to be devil's advocate and that you truly don't feel that way, but son of a bitch, this is a fucking poop take. Like, there's poop takes and then there's this.
So basically,
Wow.
you're gonna have to go into next year with basically the same team.
What the who the fuck cares? Like, I got fucking.
And then you're gonna have to go into 2025 with the same team.
That's not. Nothing says that.
Well, your draft capital currently says.
Fuck draft capital.
Well,
You know how fast draft capital changes in a fucking trade? One trade changes draft capital. You know that?
but in your case, that would be rebuilding.
You have no idea.
Rebuilding.
Have you seen
No,
the
I
fucking trade Philly freaking puts out there? You have no idea what will happen in a trade.
yeah. Wow, got real here, man.
yeah, I thought I'm gonna stop now because I had more, but I'm gonna be done.
Bring it on.
Who are you gonna trade to get draft capital? You gotta trade a starter because you ain't got no depth.
Well, anybody I got can get draft capital and depth at the same time. So
Moving on.
Moving on.
shit
Yeah,
take.
Don't do
Absolutely.
Evan's last one. Let's skip that one for now.
yeah, we'll save that for later. I'm gonna call it a shit take.
I
But
think
you
it's a
gotta
shit
go-
take. I'm just saying that's Ricky's point.
It's maybe not as clear brown as we think it is, but it's a shit take.
I think Dylan is gonna win a championship before fucking Humpty does.
Ooh.
What?
Now that's a hot take. Because his team is the worst in the league by far.
Yeah, I mean, if we're just throwing out random bullshit, like that is just as bad as his fucking take. All right, so let's go.
This just in, Sean has strong feelings about his roster. Okay, moving on. We'll go to one from Tank Top Mike. Your chance to get even with him there, Sean. Look at him. He's taking a deep breath. He's counting to 10. He's gonna start meditating any minute here.
Remember how happy you were when you opened your birthday present that we got you? That was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah. Go to your happy place, Sean. Go to your happy place.
And everybody knows your birthday is Sunday.
Yes, thank you.
July 1st, right?
Definitely.
No, motherfucker. Fucking hate.
All right, we'll go to the next
Prime
hot
level.
take or shit take. We're going to talk Tank Top Mike here. He says this year, for the first time, we're going to have one team that goes into the top 4 for the first time, and another team that goes into the bottom 4 for the first time. Did I say that right, Mike?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that what you were? Okay.
Mhm.
Let's talk about it. So let me throw this out. So the teams that have not been in the top 4, FNG, Humpty, and Sean. And then the teams that have not been in the bottom 4, Tank Top Mike, Ian, A-Bomb, and Sean. You're on both these lists, man. Wow.
I think he's gonna be right one way or the other.
I'm gonna put you in the top as for the first time.
My heart just fucking stopped after the last conversation we just had.
I told you I didn't agree with Ricky's take. I'm just saying that's the logic behind it. And then the bottom
So-
4 is the interesting one, I think.
Yeah. Who are we calling for the bottom 4 then?
Wait,
So
who's on
we're-
the list for? Mike, obviously.
Yeah,
Ian.
Mike, Ian, Aaron, and you. He's already saying you're in the top. So we're
Yeah.
talking Mike, Ian, and Aaron.
Right. A-Bomb, due to his roster, I mean, if I'm just trying to be level-headed with it, A-Bomb's roster is not as good as the other.
Yeah,
But
I think A-Bum would probably be the one I'd say because I think F&G is clearly out of the bottom. So you got to
Yeah, he's
replace him with somebody.
FNG's going to ascend.
Yeah. So you got Ricky, Silly, Aaron. I guess there's a phantom 4th down there.
I'm just sitting here looking at my running back situation, hoping it's not me. I've tried to trade for some running backs and haven't had any
I'm
luck.
not going
And
to
I'm
say
just
he
like,
can't beat you.
yeah. Phew. Tyler probably starting on PUP. So yeah, I wish I could say clearly that I'm confident I won't be in there. It's going to be tough for me to get back up into the playoffs, though. Dang, got some guys ascending. You know, that's a good one though because there is going to be the way we're laying it out right now. There's going to be some shuffling. There's definitely going to be some shuffling.
Yeah.
I think the only one we all feel confident about is Dylan's going to be in the bottom 4.
Fuck yeah. Week 4.
Prob- Probably yeah. Oh, well, hey, that brings up a good one. That brings up a good one. So Ian
Here we go.
says that Dylan is going to be greater than or equal to. You notice he won't freaking make a emphatic statement. He's going to be greater than or equal to A-Bomb in final record. So we're talking record. So it sounds to me like Ian is calling for A-Bomb to be in that bottom 4. He'll be the new one in the bottom 4. So Sean, you said maybe A-Bomb. Ian saying A-Bomb. Do we think that Dylan is going to be greater than or equal to A-Bomb? That's the question. That seems like
We were talking about tiers earlier. So the bottom most tier, Gilly, Humpty. All right. Still proven otherwise. Now saying that neither team has the possibility. Right now, as it stands, Humpty, Gilly. Then this next tier comes in, and they're just about this much away from fucking tier. And I think that's where A-Bomb is.
Yeah,
And you
on
don't
paper,
ever.
A-Bomb's team is by far it's better.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's got the question marks, obviously, but it's a better team.
But he always gets the guy that randomly throws up like 17 points, you know? And he also is very good on win. A-Bomb is very good through the
Well, he's got to be because we know the draft stat doesn't lie.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of work hours on that spreadsheet, and it does not lie.
Your company has paid you significant money to come up with that fucking spreadsheet.
Yeah,
think-
I'd put Aaron to at least 2 wins above Silly. I like comfortably 2 wins at least, but if I'm gonna over under it, I'd say 2 wins above.
I'd get in that same boat. I think 2 wins is right.
I guess he'd 2.5. Give him 2.5 wins.
Now you're saying too much.
I don't know. It's yeah.
What you
I
get?
don't.
I don't know. After we
I
made
think it's. I think it's. I think it's a shit.
you.
Yeah. I think it's. I'm gonna call a number of wins. I mean, crazy shit happens in fantasy, but I
It's
think
gonna be
it's.
higher in the rankings.
I
at the
think.
end
I
of-
think it's a shit take. I think. A-Bomb will finish ahead of him.
Okay.
I definitely think he'll finish ahead of him. But going back to that, Mike's hot take. Gosh, A-Bomb sure does look like a candidate to be down there. He may be looking to rebuild this year. If he decides to trade away Najee, I may talk to him if I'm trying to hang in there.
I can go get Chubb for draft capital. That's not gonna do me any good this year during this.
I don't know what that means, really.
You, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
How you gonna get Chubb for draft capital? You don't have any draft capital.
What the fuck?
What is she doing back here?
I don't
I don't know, man.
We're not talking shit about Michael Thomas.
She was reminded me of some horror movie. I can't remember which one. The Ring or something? Yeah, I don't know, man. All right. We'll wrap this up pretty
Why am I
quick,
so
guys.
worked up? Like, what? This is supposed to be fun. I have a fucking heart attack over here.
Yeah. Well, hey, Tank Top didn't tell us ahead of time that he was gonna agree with Ricky on that one.
Hey,
So
I said I didn't agree. I'm just saying.
True,
That's
true.
what he said.
Sorry.
That's
You're
the
right.
logic. Is if you don't
You're
win this year, you're rolling the same team 3 years in a row.
you're right. You're right. You're right. He did
But
not say
the
that.
argument is that my team is young enough and good enough to be good for the next 3 years.
See, okay, I'm not disagreeing. I think it goes into Evan's last take of hot take. I think it relates to that slightly. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead.
All right.
Give us the last.
All right, we'll talk about Evans. There were 2 more. Maybe we don't even have to go to that last one. Just seems like this is going downhill fast. But
I think we go to Landon's. I think Landon's
All
is
right.
the one to finish
yeah,
up.
that's what I was
We
gonna
had
do.
to come together as a co-hosting team.
That's right. There are 3 of us. There are 3 of us. All right. Landon's hot take is that. There you go. There you go. Nice. Landon's hot takes is that they get the 101. So he's saying that they're going to finish in the bottom 4, but then they're going to win the competition in the bottom 4. They're not going to trade away their first round pick. They're going to keep that, and it's going to be the 101 for 2024. What do we
Landon, you're fucking stupid. That's a shit take. Who the hell are you going to beat in the bottom?
Yeah, I think honestly they could
No,
have the
don't
first.
agree with me just to agree with me
Oh, no.
on this one.
I'm even gonna go even further and say we could see the first winless season.
Woo!
Wow.
You know,
What is the worst? I should know. Again, I'm the commissioner, but I don't pay attention to this
I think
shit.
we had a
So
two.
everybody's at least won in one game.
Yeah, I think 2 wins in the first
think-
season.
Yeah, I think
Jay
think
Hill.
Ricky's roster and that Jay Hill first year was what, a 2-win season? Is that our worst?
I think so. Yeah.
So he's saying they're going to be bottom 4, but they're going to win bottom 4, get 101. You're saying they're going to have the worst win total in league history, which
Well, they
is
play
0-1.
Dilly week 1, so that's gonna be
Yeah.
A slobber knocker.
Wait,
So that could be.
Well, hey, Dylan,
Oop.
the good, Dylan, week one, probably not. Injuries shouldn't be a factor. He could probably get that one.
Whoever wins that one, the other one, whoever loses that one, I guess, they could go. They could go all the way. They
It
play each
could
other twice,
go
though, don't they?
all
So
the way. That's funny. That's funny, man. So that's great. So the loser of week one could go winless. Again, Mike, you put a hot take within a hot take.
this is
I love it.
that's how you do it, Landon, right there.
I love it. I love it.
that's a hot take. That
That
is a
is a
hot
hot take. That is a hot take. Yeah, and Landon's is a shit take. That one's got
Oh,
poo all
make us
over
beat.
it, man. Yeah, I certainly I wouldn't bet on that right now. I think that's a big time long shot that they win the bottom four competition.
Yeah, because you have
It's
to win. You have to win games. Two
you have
two
to,
Yeah.
games, right?
you have to win two games.
2 games.
Yeah, yeah,
in this league. The guy that is the 7 is normally pretty good. Like 7, 6, and 5, and
yeah,
even 4. They're all very close.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was seventh last year. 6-8 was my record. I won the bottom four competition. Um, few injuries and kind of derailed me, and I was down there, but I had a decent squad. Otherwise, he's freaking me out back there, man.
We it appears we have a special guest on the show.
Hello, special guest.
For
Come on in.
Anna Delmonico.
Come in, say hello. Tell
I hope
tell
it's about
Ian and Landon
deadlifts.
they have shit takes.
Is it about deadlifts?
It's not. I just want Evan to know that his leg will work again, even though his team probably won't.
Oh,
But
oh,
and this moment has been brought to you by Anna Delmonico. Dude.
See,
That's hilarious. So Anna's hot take is that Evan's legs will work before his roster does. That's good. I like that.
Fire.
I like that, man. I like
That's
that.
so mean.
All right, guys, we've got one more hot take. I am reluctant to even mention it because it's been an emotional night so far.
For fucking who? Not
We
you.
we've been emotional tonight. When I say we, I mean Sean. But we have one more hot take that has to do with Sean, our buddy Evan, whose legs will work before his roster. Says that Sean will be in the top 3 through week 6. This one's very specific. He'll be in the top 3 through week 6, but he will end up down in the Who Cares Bowl for a 4th straight season. Am I right
I
on
think
that? Did I do the math right?
know where I stand in this fucking chat, so y'all can.
Well, I guess we'd have to look at the schedule for this one. Do we want to check that out? We want to see how. Do we want to see if it's
Go to
based
the
on
schedule.
fact, or is he just pulling stuff out of his ass there?
Let's go to the schedule.
Let's go to the schedule.
You want me to do
Let's
it?
go
I
the
got it
schedule.
right here.
Yep.
So through week 6,
Down there, tank top.
you're going to
Week
be in the
1.
top 3.
Week 1. Sean, you play me. I'm gonna. I looked at the schedule. I looked at my
Fucking-
schedule through week 10. I looked at mine. I gave myself a real loss on this one. Not just because of my week 1 woes. I gave myself a loss on this one. So I'm gonna give you the win, obviously. Week 2.
I think it's going to continue.
Week 2. Sean, you play Ian.
All right. Poo Crew, I have never beaten the Poo Crew.
I'm gonna give you 1 and 1. I'm gonna agree on that one.
If you can go by odds, I almost beat him last year in a fucking heart attack. But if you're going by odds,
Well, if you want to beat Ian, you have to lose to me because you're 1 and 1 through 2 weeks.
All right. 1 and 1 through 2 weeks.
Don't worry. Week 3, you get Dilly.
I am going to fucking smash on week 3. Go ahead.
So you're 2-1. Week 4, you get the DBs.
Yeah, they're no freaking out either.
So you could realistically be 2-2.
Okay.
Week 5, you you get the tips.
Ooh.
Dr. Donkey's going to go into fucking surgery. Go ahead.
So you're 3-2.
3-2.
Yes.
Week 6, you get Goofy.
Without
Wait.
Jameson Williams.
Yeah, J-Mo's not back yet. He's starting Aaron Jones, who's on a bye.
Goofy, fix your lineup.
He's starting Dylan, he's on a bye.
Dumbass.
So that one, I feel like realistically, I think, for a playoff aspiring team, I think you can safely take a win on that one.
Yeah. So we're going to call him 4-2 through week 6.
Week 7 is when, like, 2/3 of my starting lineup is on fucking bye. And
Who
I
you
play
playing?
F.
Oh, that's a tough one. Well,
Yeah.
how's his lineup looking on
I
bye?
think he has, like, 2
So,
people on bye. instead of
You
my
guys are
7.
projected like 30 points or 20 points less than usual
Yeah.
for that week. So
That's a tough one right there.
But through week 6 at 4-2, you could be. That's coming down to points 4. So Evan actually, I don't know if did he look at all this in the nursing home? Like, did he have it on the whiteboard for everybody to?
You might have.
He's asking the nurses walking by, what do you think about this matchup right here? Like,
At arts and crafts time, he put it all out there.
no, he's the crazy person in the psych ward yelling at the board with his shoe.
Schizo Jeff.
Schizo
Jeff
He
made
took
it.
the words right out of my mouth, man. So we're gonna call that a loss. I'm dividing these out by the dividing
I'm glad that
marker.
we're going down through my schedule like this. This is fun. This is a good time.
This is good, man. This is good.
So I think
Therapeutic,
good.
man.
I think
Week
4-2,
8.
you could actually be. That's a realistic third place.
Yeah, but the rest
Okay.
of my schedule is pretty damn easy.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you're
I think the
counting me
hot
in.
take is less that you're in the top 3 through week 6, and the real hot take is you fall out of that into the Who Cares Bowl.
I understand. Like, I'm not trying to say that my depth is anything. My depth is not anything. Like, I understand that I am weak at. And if you say, oh, if you have one injury, done. Bitch, most of these teams, like, if they have 1 or 2 injuries, they're done. Like.
You guys
Yes.
can all say that, but I don't say that. I have great depth. You guys
All right,
can
Sean.
all,
So
you guys can all deal with that.
tell me weeks 7 through 14. You said you got a pretty easy schedule. Let's name them off real quick.
Week
Just-
8,
We don't even have to go very
I
far.
got
So
A-Bomb. Week
okay,
9,
but week
I have-
hold on. Week 7, we're saying FNG. You got a lot of buys. That's a loss. We're saying
Okay.
we're guessing a loss there. in
It'll
week
be
6.
very close.
Okay, and yeah, it could be. So week 8.
I have freaking A-Bomb.
All right, I'll call that a win.
Yeah, A-Bomb's full strength that week, though. Just to be fair to A-Bomb.
Okay.
I think I'm also fair.
But I think
I'm
you
all-
win. I'm just saying for now we're talking buys. But A-Bomb looks full strength that week. But
I am also full strength in week.
yeah, that means you win that week. Yeah.
Week 9, I have. I'm at full strength and I play.
Mark,
Yeah.
you're projected 57 points that week, so I don't know what's going on.
I must have some buys. We'll call that one for Sean then. I feel like I'll get Sean one week because I
Week
play him.
10,
Go ahead.
But, sorry.
No, I was just saying I play you later in the year, and I could have Kyler back if he's going to be on the pup. So oh, roll your fucking eyes, but fucking Kyler is a good fucking quarterback. Fuck you.
All right.
Sorry for the kids.
After I beat Marky Mark in week 8, well, week 9, week 10, I play FNG for the second time. I have 2 people out, but I'm still projected 121 points.
Yeah, we'll call that a win
Yeah,
for
I think
you.
if we called the other FNG a loss for you, I'll give you the
Yeah.
win on this one.
Yeah.
Then I play fucking Dilly again.
All right, skip
Yep.
that one. That's a win. It's a bye
Win?
week.
All right.
You got 2 bye weeks in a row.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
You got the tips that in week 12.
Wow.
yeah,
Fucking-
Dr. Donkey's gonna lose his other arm in this
That's
match.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Then I have in week 13 the champs, the reigning champs, and I do not have Justin Jefferson that game.
All right. That one we'll call that
Let's
one
see
a
what
loss.
they don't.
Yeah.
Oh, they are going to be at. No, that is. Let me get the matchup between. All right, they will not have Lamar Jackson, will not have Hawkinson, and they'll have to get a new defense.
I mean, they have
It will be
Okay.
interesting.
yeah, they
We'll
have
give you a-
Prescott though to tight end. Who
Yeah.
cares?
You without Jefferson, we'll give him that one there. Did we call you a win on them earlier in the schedule, or you play them early on?
No,
I think we
that
called
was-
it a loss. So we're saying you're going to lose them twice.
Yep, and then I
Yeah.
play Marky
Okay.
Mark again to end up the season.
All right, we're going to call that a loss because I'm going to get you on one of those.
Oh shit!
Eye rolling motherfucker.
You don't have Mick Lauren or Hollywood Brown like you're gonna have him all season, and I
It's
have
all
my
right, man.
whole fucking team.
I got Elijah Moore, Brandon Cooks down there, man. Those fuckers. Yeah, okay. All right. You'll see, man. You'll see. I can show you better, I can tell you.
We'll see.
Well, so you tell me what to call the last one then. You're gonna beat
I
me
think
twice
it's
this
gonna
year.
win.
You're gonna beat
I
me
think it's gonna
twice.
be-
So you're gonna go
twice this year.
you're gonna go 4, 9, 10. You're gonna go 10-4. So that's where his falls apart. That's where Evans falls apart, is in that last part of the season.
Now
I
let's
think
look at
he's-
this. 2022. The Who Cares Bowl, 5th and 6th, was 8-6 and 6-8. So 10 wins would have put you tied by record for second overall. And then I scored the most points though, so you would have been third had this been last year.
You scored more points than me than last year.
I scored more points than everybody in the league last year.
Oh, it was my points against that was crazy. Go ahead, continue. Great job.
So yeah, I mean, if you're projecting 10, honestly, you could project 9 wins. So you could, one of the ones, we split or whatever. Yeah, I think 9 wins keeps you out of the Who Cares Bowl, but 10 wins for sure, you're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
This isn't even me trying to boast. This is you two keeping me level-headed.
So it's all about staying healthy and
Like any other fantasy football league.
yeah. Well, I mean, when you talk about that late game against the DBs, they've got some pretty good depth, and they could afford an injury or two more than you could, I think. So
Definitely.
there's a factor right there. I don't know why we got.
We're already saying that I'm gonna lose every game to.
Yeah. I mean, they still got some depth there. Of course, we can count on Evan trading a lot of it away, going for guys that he really likes, like Brock Purdy. Don't underestimate Evan's ability to trade it all away. Trade himself right into a losing record.
I'm glad that everybody's worried about me. That's exactly what I want everyone.
You are the focal point. You are an anomaly. You have been in the Who Cares Bowl 3 out of 3 years, and
every year.
who was the one? Just gets funnier every time I see it. Something that's a Beetlejuice thing, right? Is that a Beetlejuice line? But yeah,
We ready to wrap this thing up?
yeah, man. We got a little too real, man. We were trying to have fun, and it got a little heated tonight.
Well,
We're gonna finish up the show, and
I've been
two of
getting
the
my ass handed to
Yeah,
me in chat.
I'm turning my phone off after the show.
Yeah.
I don't...
I was gonna say 2 of the 3 co-hosts will still be talking when I'm done. But there are 3 co-hosts. I don't know if everybody knew that, but
Well,
The good
if you
news
listen-
is
you're the host. You're the host, man. You're the host.
the good news is we can all bond through the next couple of weeks or however long we take to on our next show
Yeah.
idea because it's
Yeah.
fucking great.
it's a good one. It's something that we should have done years ago.
You guys are gonna love the next show, man.
Talk about
I-
backup. You talk about backup beers.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
boy.
go, man.
We
gotta let it-
3 or 4 beers ready to go.
We gotta let it rip, man. We gotta let it rip. We got 12 guys that participate in this league, and 11 guys are gonna really love the next episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
No guests are
Well-
invited. Don't even.
There
0
you go.
guests.
There you go.
All
There you go.
NAO hosts only. All right, Tank Top, get ready because this is the end of the NAO show. The Prince is gonna go 10 and what? 10 and 3.
10 and 4. 10 and 4.
10 and 4, and I'm gonna make the fucking playoffs because you can all eat a dick. Ian, you fucking suck.